Remember that whole thing with TikTok? When it looked like it was going to vanish from our phones?
Yeah. Like, poof, gone.
Everyone was glued to the news with that Trump saga.
Wondering would it actually survive?
It was crazy.
It was like a master class in how these big tech companies work the political game.
Right.
It wasn't just about, data or keeping things safe or whatever. It was
Or even like America versus China.
exactly. It was about power.
On a global scale.
Yeah.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Buckle up.
This is about way more than just like, dance challenges and funny videos.
It gets deep.
We're talking freedom of speech,
Uh-huh.
international relations, like the big stuff.
The real stuff.
And how we, the public, how we can easily get caught in the middle.
Yeah, like pawns in a game.
Exactly. So remember when TikTok actually hit the pause button on everything in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah, like they were surrendering.
Totally. It felt like a white flag moment. But then they sorta threw Trump a lifeline.
It was wild.
It felt strategic.
Oh, it was strategic.
What do you think? Was that a smart move by them?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, instead of going head to head with the ban, they sort of nudged Trump into this savior role.
I see.
Like he was the deal maker, the guy who could save American jobs, American interests,
Right, like a hero.
Exactly. And it was PR gold. It shifted how people saw the situation, put pressure on the whole administration.
Because Trump was ready to kick TikTok out, right?
Oh, yeah. He was all about America first, protect our data, the whole 9 yards.
Then suddenly, partnerships, American ownership.
180, just like that.
Total flip-flop.
That's politics for you.
So is it just pure opportunism?
A lot of it is, yeah. It's not always about having some rock-solid belief system,
Right.
It's about grabbing those chances, those moments that make you look good, make you powerful.
So for Trump, it was less about TikTok itself and more
About
about...
making strong, like
Yeah.
he was in control.
It's wild, though, right? Because you had Democrats and Republicans actually agreeing on banning TikTok.
Yeah, you never see that. Like Washington United.
It makes you wonder, right? What's the real story?
I think it shows a deeper worry. It's like a shared anxiety among those in power.
What do you mean?
They want control. Control over these platforms, these companies, these things that are outside their reach.
Outside America's reach.
Right. We see how Facebook, Google, all these giants, they have so much sway.
Yeah, shaping what people think, gathering all that data.
Exactly. Now imagine all that power in the hands of a company that answers to, a government that maybe the U.S. doesn't always agree with.
That's a scary thought. And of course, there's the whole issue of data, right?
Oh, yeah. Chinese surveillance, that was the big buzzword.
Front and center. But this article we've got, it suggests that might have been a cover story.
Yo, a conspiracy theory.
Well, not necessarily, but a convenient excuse for something bigger.
I see. Like a distraction. Well, using national security to justify grabbing more power, it's an old trick. It happens all the time throughout history.
Really? Like what?
Look at the Patriot Act after 9/11. Remember that?
Vaguely.
They sold it as essential to fight terrorism.
Makes sense.
But it also led to way more surveillance, more data collection on ordinary people, not just suspected terrorists.
Interesting.
So yeah, convenient excuses and national security, they go hand in hand sometimes.
In this article, they really go after the Supreme Court, too, saying they often side with the government, not the people.
Especially when national security is involved, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's that case, Carpenter v. United States. The court actually ruled that getting cell phone location data without a warrant, that's a no-go, violates the Fourth Amendment.
So a win for privacy, then.
Small win, yeah, in this whole digital age thing. But it shows you the legal system is always trying to catch up with technology and the potential for, the government to overstep.
Okay, get ready for this one. This article basically says all ruling classes everywhere, they're all against freedom.
Whoa, that's a bold statement.
Right. They say it's all about holding on to power, no matter what country, what system.
It's a cynical take, for sure. But it does make you think, doesn't it? Like, look past all the fancy words, all the promises.
Yeah.
Who's really benefiting from this? Who's losing out? Is it really about freedom, or is there something else going on?
And it's crazy how good they've all gotten it, manipulating us. Governments, corporations, they're all in on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a game, isn't it?
TikTok rallies its users. Elon Musk buys Twitter, and everyone freaks out.
It's like they're pushing our buttons on purpose.
Totally, like we're puppets.
They know exactly how to play on our emotions, our fears, our loyalties. And they use that to get what they want. It's classic divide and conquer.
So what are we supposed to do? If we can't trust the Trumps or the Bidens of the world, Because they're all part of the system.
Good question.
It's like, where do you even begin?
Well, you don't give up, that's for sure.
Right.
This is where critical thinking comes in. You don't just swallow everything you hear, but you also don't just become cynical and tune it all out.
So what do we do?
Question everything. Look for different viewpoints, not just the ones being shoved in your face. And consider the source. Who's saying it and what's their angle.
It's about being more active.
Right, exactly. You're not just passively absorbing whatever they throw at you. You're shaping your own understanding of what's really going on.
So with this whole TikTok thing, it really was about way more than just an app.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little window into this huge power struggle that's shaping, well, all our digital lives.
It is. It is. And it makes you wonder, what else is out there?
Right. Like this is probably just the beginning.
Exactly. And that's what I want you to think about. What seems simple? What's going on in your life, even? Where maybe there are these power dynamics at play that you don't even see.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to be thinking about that for a while.
Good. Question those narratives. Who benefits? Who loses? And how can you be smarter about the information you take in? That's the real challenge, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
It is.